What's up YouTube? Today I wanted to give y'all a video of how to get the best FPS in Warzone. So first off, display mode, have it on full screen. I have it on full screen borderless just to show y'all the control panel settings, but make sure you keep this on full screen. If you don't keep it on full screen, you won't get the full FPS on your computer. All right, make sure you have dynamic resolution turned off. Make sure you have the right refresh rate for your monitor. In my personal opinion, if you wanted to go for FPS and you don't care about making clips or anything, I would turn off NVIDIA highlights just because it does take up about 15-20 FPS. And then also what I do is I have low latency on just because I want basically the system to react really fast to my controller. All right, let's jump straight to the quality. I played on 120 FOV just so you can literally see people around the map a lot better. Especially that's a big advantage that PC players have over console players, so make sure you turn this up to 120. Also, that's very important too. Make sure you set ADS field of view to affected. It actually helps with recoil tremendously. And on top of that, if you're snapping to another player, it's a lot easier to see them. Camera movement, keep it on 50 or turn it down to 50%. It should be at like default 100%. Turn it down to 50. Render resolution. So if you're on a 1440p monitor or if you're on a 4K monitor, set the render resolution to 121. There's not much of an FPS difference from 100 render resolution to 121, so make sure you turn up to 121 if you have a 1440p and 4K monitor. If you're having problems with it, just keep it on 100. 100 is probably going to be the best one for you. Trimming quality, keep it on normal. Texture resolution's high. Texture filter is normal. Particle quality is high. Bullet impacts and sprays don't impact your FPS, so you can keep that on. Tessellation, I have that on off or disabled. Gore effects enabled, and on-demand texture streaming, turn that off, because if you don't turn it off, it actually downloads the textures in the background and it actually can make your PC stutter. Filmic strength is 100%. I mean 100. You can keep it on, you can turn it off. It's just up to you how you want your game to look. It doesn't affect FPS. Film grain is 0. If you have a really bad computer, DLSS is really important if you have a bad computer so you can get more FPS. But if you don't and your computer can still run the game pretty well, I would just recommend turning this off, because if you do any of these, it makes it a little bit blurrier. So don't do that. Anti-aliasing, always turn this off. It takes a lot of FPS from me. It takes like 30 FPS if you turn it to the max settings. Depth of field is disabled. Force motion blur is disabled because you don't want any blur. I have bad vertigo and I do not want to get dizzy while trying to play this game. Shadow map resolution is low. Cache spot shadows and cache sun shadows can be enabled. They don't take FPS from you. Particle lighting is low. Ray tracing is disabled. Ambient occlusion is disabled, and so is screen space reflection. Turn all that off on the bottom. Right, jumping straight into the control panel settings. So this copy. So when you first open this up, it's gonna basically bring you up to change resolution right here. Go to manage 3D settings, and then copy all of these settings. After you do that, make sure you go to adjust desktop color settings, and these are the best control panel settings to do for Warzone. This can give you pretty close to the NVIDIA filters without literally taking any FPS, and it's the best if you want to gain the most FPS on your computer. You go down to the bottom, you type in game mode settings, you click this, make sure this is enabled. Basically, it makes your PC run at the optimal way it can for playing video games. So make sure you turn this on. Click graphic settings right here in the top right. You'll see that it says hardware accelerated GPU scheduling, so turn that on. It reduces latency and it improves FPS tremendously, so make sure you turn that on. So now that you have that, I'm going to show you the NVIDIA filters first. Keep in mind, NVIDIA filters do take FPS from you in this game. It's going to look a little bit different on my screen just because I have also the control panel settings on, which I personally use rather than filters, but I'll still give y'all some good filters to use. So first off, you want to do brightness and contrast, and just copy these settings right here. Pause the video if you need to. And then here's the color. Tint color 0, tint intensity 0, temperature was -17, and vibrance is 100. The vibrance controls the color of your game. If you want more popping colors, then you need to turn the vibrance up. And then details, I have sharpen is 100%, clarity is -100, HDR tuning is 100%, and then you turn bloom all the way down. If you turn bloom all the way up, it looks like this. You don't want that. Make sure you pause the video at certain parts because I am going through this kind of fast. But yeah, that's the best in video settings. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. I will be giving away a Scuff controller at 1,000 subs and then a PC giveaway at 10,000. So make sure you hit that sub button. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.